So it's another gorgeous Pennsylvania day, and it's Sunday. I got a couple projects to do, but like everything else I do, right in the middle of the four-wheeler project, putting the top end in that thing, I got a bad head gasket, waiting on the new one to come. George's go-kart project, tractor's kind of done. Various other things, the Cummins rebuild that I keep saying I'm going to do and never do. Another problem has arose that is driving me nuts, and that's these lights. Now, these ones over here aren't too bad, but like that one's not very bright. Ooh, you can really see the dirt on my camera. That one doesn't work. That one over there doesn't work. That one's only got 2 bulbs in it. I don't know if you can see. And quite frankly, I could replace the light bulbs and the ballast. Actually, I can't replace the light bulbs. I don't even think you can buy them anymore. They're the old style. I think they're a T4. The new style's T2. But what I've elected to do, just the ballast alone for these lights are like 25 bucks a pop. I bought these lights used a long time ago for, I think it was $8 a light with the bulbs in them, which was a great deal then. But since then, they've fallen into disrepair. And quite frankly, they don't put out that much light. So what I did was, my local Harbor Freight, well, I shouldn't say my local Harbor Freight, International Harbor Freight had these on sale. They're 5,500 lumens, and I bought 20 of them. They were, I think, $17 plus, you know, none of my local Harbor Freights had enough, so I opted to buy them online and have them shipped to the house. And they were $6 shipped, because they have flat rate shipping. Doesn't matter if you buy a box of bolts or a toolbox. They ship it for $6. So it's kind of Amazon, but want to make it worth your while. But anyway, I was getting ready. I want to upgrade to these. And what's nice about these is that right there you can link up to 8 of them together. So I went out and bought 20 of them. I've already taken down one light. And I put one up just to see the difference. Now, it's not where it's permanently going to live, but you can see it right there. And right now I have it wired into a different circuit. And here you go. Oh, wait, that's the wrong switch, you dummy. And that is significantly brighter than any of the lights around it, especially this one that isn't even working. So what I plan to do is, these are all hardwired into the first light of the row. The center ones are hardwired into that box and that box up there that I kind of took the cover off and was already messing with. So my plan is to turn that into an outlet. That in, wait, where is it? It's back here somewhere. Having trouble finding it in the camera lens. Anyway, that other one into an outlet. Oh yeah, right there, right there. Sorry, I'm looking both sides. And then put an outlet there, and then daisy chain those ones, and then put an outlet there and daisy chain those ones. Now I'm going to start off with just doing the center row. We'll see how that goes, because I want to run, to keep these sides even, I want to run a string line. That's what I'm thinking. And then put them on either side of the string line. We'll see how that works. But it should be interesting. I don't want them very low, so I want to try to keep them as high as possible. We'll see how well we do at that too. Alright, here we go. First off, So I have a little bit of a unique situation running in front of the garage door where there isn't much clearance between the door and the ceiling. I mean, there's clearance. There's about 6 inches there, which those lights were 4 inches deep. And even though these ones are 2.5, I just can't use those chains. I just can't use them at all. So I'll show you what I do here in a minute. But that one's tight. You can see I got plenty of gap there. That little chain doohickey's gonna hit, but I don't think it's gonna matter much. And I just kind of got the wire, those wiring, I don't know, staples nailed in the whole way up and around. Actually, I gotta check and see if I can clear that plug. That might be the other thing that might kill me. Interesting. Let me run this up a little more, I'll see. Well, looks like that's not going to live very long like that. I don't need much. Let's see what other options there are. Alright, after about a minute of head scratching, that's what we ended up with. I know I could buy a shallow box and all that other type of crap, but I really didn't want to do all that. This is the garage. It doesn't have to be pretty. It just needs to work. You know what I mean? So we got plenty of gap here, plenty of gap there. Let's see if I can get Junior out here and we'll tear that light down. Alright. So what I did was I had these screws already, and I drew a hole in a piece of plywood, and then I just screw into that and then hang it. You know what I mean? And then you end up with something that looks kind of like that. Like you said, it's a garage. Doesn't have to be great, it just has to be good. Alright, we're gonna get Junior and see if we can get rid of some of this and speed up the process. Come here, George.
Leave that open for me, bud.
Oh, Mom, did you know that you can keep that white one? A white paper?
What this?
Yes, I kept the white
Go
tape.
around the other side. George, come back here.
You said to go around the other side.
Hold the light around the other side. I need it. Okay.
Dun 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 light. Yeah. Oh,
And those are just the center row.
there's gonna be a lot more. And
Now,
that's the
there's-
box.
There's some wires that need cleaned up. I'll have to clean out. Actually, I'll do that before we go to bed. I gotta clean out this here. This used to be a big junction, junction. I'll drag the ladder over and clean that out, but that's just one row.
I just noticed something. The lights are blurs. How bright they are.
Yeah. It's almost too bright to film, isn't it? Of
Look,
course, we're not gonna be looking up at the lights.
look. See, the lights are blurs and
Yeah.
it's really bright.
Yeah, that's like that 5,500 lumens.
Okay, is that it?
Yeah, that's it for today. We'll pick this up either later on this week or maybe.
Oh, should we show them the light thing back here?
All right, yeah, we have one that we think's left over. Go ahead and did this, so I can see when my drill press.
Yeah, this-
the drill press has a light, but
This was really dark back here. Oh, a lot dark. But now Dad has a light.
the only thing I gotta say about running these linkable ones is the length of this wire, the cord coming out of one, does kind of limit you on where you can put them. A little bit, you know.
And you don't want to put an extension cord between them unless it's that far apart.
Well,
Or
yeah,
you
I
need
mean,
like an inch of an extension cord.
yeah, that doesn't make any sense, but yeah, it's really, really good. It's really, really good. All right.
And this garage used to be like dark.
Well, it's still dark, but we're going to do the sides. We're going to get rid of all of the fluorescent lights along the sides. We're going to do pretty much the same thing. It should go quicker because we're just going to do one run. Just straight down, one run and done. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's where it was behind, underneath those. But yeah,
So if anybody wants some fluorescent lights real cheap, message me in the DMs, I guess, and then if I still got them, they're yours.
yep, that's it, right?
That's good enough for me. Let's clean up. We'll go eat some supper, and then tomorrow you got school, I got work, and then we'll see what next week brings. Like I said, if we get time next week, this week we'll knock the rest of these out because we got a system down now, right? You prep them, I hang them, and we
Yep.
just keep trucking.
Prepping them is pretty fun.
I'm glad you think so. But all right, let's pack it up, clean up, George.
Okay.
All right, it's been a couple days. We got more lights to do. George is ambitious. He says, "Dad, can we please do more lights?" Which side do you want to do, George? The garage door, man door side, or you want to do the toolbox side? All right. I'll set up the camera. Get ready for another long one.
And most of the time was getting those big ones down. Ooh, it's raining. Huh.
Yeah, I like it. You like it, George?
Yeah, I think the camera likes it. Now if you look straight at the light, it's like a blur, but...
We don't get that humming sound either.
Like those ones do, but these ones don't.
Yep. I should have done this years ago.
Yeah, they are really dirty on the back, even though I said that probably a couple days ago.
Alright, you know what time it is, George, right?
Cleaning time!
Yeah, and then bedtime. Alright, it is a beautiful day outside, but I gotta finish this. So, George is a little busy. Give him a little bit of time off. I'll holler for him when I'm ready for him, but we're going to go ahead and knock out the last little bit of this, and then I'm going to drag all these lights outside, and I'm going to put a sign on them. I'm going to put them on Marketplace, for free. So if you're watching this and you want these lights, and it's been more than a day or two, come get them. Because I'm done with them. Why am I zoomed all the way in? What happens when you let kids run your camera? Anyway, let's finish this. sorry about that. We forgot to turn the camera back on when we took all the lights down. But they're all down.
Okay, we're done.
Alright, we took a break for a day. Gonna do something I should have done from the beginning. And we're gonna finish it, right, George? You're so happy to be here. Don't you love me? You love me, don't you? I'm your favorite dad, aren't I?
I don't know what type of question that was.
Right, we went from a whole bunch of crappy lights to some pretty good lights. We'll come back tonight and I'll show you what it looks like when it's actually dark. Because, you know, right now the sun's shining, so it kind of cheats it. But it's definitely, George, is it brighter in here or not?
It's very brighter.
Alright, shut her down. Alright, it is finally nighttime out. It's almost completely dark. You can get a little bit of light out of the windows in the garage door, but check this out. Wow. I mean, it's ridiculously bright in here. The string line was definitely a good choice on this side. Even though they're still a little crooked. I don't know, they're not as crooked. But yeah, I mean, it's like daytime in here. I mean, even with just, you turn the sides off, you keep the centers on. Wow. And then this is with the center off, keeping the sides on. This was a much needed upgrade. Yeah. Harbor Freight lights. Who knew? Oh, and I did some calculations. Each one of these lights uses 1/4 of the electricity of one bulb of the other lights. So the way I figure it, even running all these lights equates to about one of the old ones. That's redonkulous. Yeah, I love it. Love it a lot. Alright, I'm going in. Time to call it a night.